My friend, let me ask you something. Have you ever felt that uneasy stirring in your spirit, as if something was happening just out of sight? You couldn't explain it, but you knew it was real. There's a reason for that. There's a serious issue happening behind your back. And before you brush that off, I invite you to stay with me until the end, because this message might be the very thing you've been waiting for. If you believe in angels, if you believe in the whispers that come in the quiet moments, then you'll understand why these words are reaching you right now. Something is shifting, not in what you can see with your eyes, but in the realm you cannot see. A stirring in the spiritual space, the kind of movement that reveals that nothing truly remains hidden forever. Cries have reached the heavens. Tears have been counted. Every single moment of suffering has been noticed. And here's the truth. You've already felt this. Somewhere deep in your chest, you've sensed it. Maybe you dismissed the strange glance, the subtle hints, the uneasy gut feeling that came and went. You brushed it aside, told yourself you were imagining things. But you weren't. You've seen glimpses of the truth, only to push them away because you didn't want to face what they might mean. Today, that changes. Because once you truly see, you can no longer unsee. A mother's hidden burden. Behind this unfolding story is someone who loves you deeply, your mother. She has fought battles alone that you don't even know about. She has carried burdens in silence so you wouldn't worry, hiding her pain behind a smile that was meant to protect you. Have you ever looked at her and thought, she seems quieter than usual, or maybe she avoids certain conversations? That wasn't nothing. Those were the subtle cracks in the wall she's been building to keep her struggle from spilling over. She has prayed. She has pleaded. She has interceded for you in ways you may never fully realize. Her tears have been seen. Her cries have been heard. But she has carried a weight she was never meant to carry alone. Imagine someone lifting a heavy load day after day, with no rest, no one to help. That's been her reality, bearing not just her own struggles, but shielding you from truths she thought would break your heart. And yet, the silence cannot last forever. Secrets always find their way into the light. Those who have witnessed what is happening, the ones who saw things unfold and chose to stay silent, can no longer hold back. The time for revelation has come, and what your mother has carried in her soul is now demanding to be uncovered. The unmasking of deception. The truth cannot stay in the shadows any longer. For too long, you have trusted people who didn't deserve your trust. You have opened your heart, confided in others, only to have your words twisted and turned against you. But the season of deception is ending. This is your moment of awakening, your moment of clarity. The time has come to see things as they are, not as you wish they were. Think about it. Haven't you noticed how false smiles eventually fade? How masks slip when people get tired of pretending? That's what's happening now. The forces of truth are rising, aligning in ways that cannot be stopped. Everything that has been covered is being uncovered. The whispers in the dark are echoing into the light. And the tears your mother shed, they were not wasted. They have become part of the call for justice, the cry for truth to be revealed. Because there are people in your life who walked in with hidden motives. They celebrated you publicly, while secretly hoping for your downfall. They clapped when you succeeded but whispered against you in the corners. They pretended to stand by your side, yet they carried envy in their hearts. And now the veil is lifting. Those who wronged you, those who betrayed you, will no longer be able to hide. No mask can last forever. The truth is demanding to be seen, and it will be. The purpose of revelation, freedom, not destruction. There is something deeply human about the fear of truth. Most of us hesitate when we sense that what's hidden might come out into the light. We wonder, what if it destroys everything I've built? What if it changes how I see the people around me? But hear this clearly. Revelation is never meant to destroy you. It is meant to free you. Exposure is not sent to wound you. It is sent to protect you. You were never created to stumble around in ignorance. You were not meant to be surrounded by illusions or to be deceived by smiling faces that mask hidden agendas. That is why the veil is being lifted. That is why what has been concealed is finally being revealed. Think of it this way. When a doctor identifies a hidden illness, the goal isn't to break the patient, it's to bring healing. The diagnosis may feel frightening, but without it, there is no chance for recovery. In the same way, when the truth comes to the surface, it may sting, it may unsettle you, but it is the first step toward restoration. The weight that has been pressing down on your spirit, confusion, unease, that feeling that something isn't quite right, that weight is being lifted. The deception that has lingered in the shadows is being dismantled. What once bound you in uncertainty is being torn away so you can finally breathe freely. But here's something important to understand. Once the truth is known, there's no turning back. Once your eyes are opened, you cannot choose blindness again. And that's why you must be prepared. Strong, ready, because knowledge changes you. Revelation transforms you. And with transformation always comes responsibility. I can't help but think of times in my own life when the truth showed up uninvited. At first, I wanted to resist it, deny it, even run from it. But in the end, those were the very moments that shaped me the most. They taught me resilience, clarity, and even gratitude. The truth did not destroy me. It gave me freedom I didn't know I needed. So let me ask you, what is more dangerous, living under a comforting lie or stepping into a difficult truth that ultimately sets you free? Understand this. The one who sees all things, who knows the depths of every heart, is not exposing secrets to trouble you. He is doing it so you can walk in wisdom and live without chains. He is revealing so you no longer carry the burden of deception. He is bringing clarity because confusion is never your destiny. That uneasy stirring you felt in your spirit, it wasn't your imagination. It was a whisper, preparing you for this very moment. This unveiling is a gift, though it may not look like one at first glance. It is a doorway into a stronger, wiser, freer version of yourself. A mother's hidden pain and the call to act. And now, let me bring this closer to home. Behind all of this revelation, there is someone who has carried a burden in silence. Someone who has cried when no one was watching. Someone who has prayed when words felt too heavy to speak aloud. That person is your mother. She has been suffering quietly, not because she is weak, but because she loves you. She has wiped her tears away before you could see them. She has forced a smile so you wouldn't worry. At night, when the world is asleep, she has wrestled with thoughts too heavy to share, carrying the weight of battles that were never hers to fight alone. Why do mothers do this? Maybe you've seen it in your own family, mothers hiding their pain so their children can walk freely. They smile through heartbreak, push through exhaustion, and hold on to their children's dreams while burying their own worries. It is both beautiful and heartbreaking. But no one, not even the strongest mother, was ever meant to carry such weight alone. She is not meant to walk through pain in isolation. And now the call is for you to see her, not just as the figure who's always been strong for you, but as a human being who needs comfort, reassurance, and love. Think back for a moment. Have you noticed her being quieter than usual? Avoiding conversations she once welcomed? Perhaps you felt something was wrong, but accepted her "I'm fine" as the truth. Deep down, you knew it wasn't. That intuition was real. That was the signal. This is not the time to dismiss or brush aside those signals. It is time to act. She needs to know she is not alone. She needs words of kindness that can heal old wounds. She needs someone to listen, not with solutions ready on your lips, but with compassion ready in your heart. And here's the assurance: you are not left without guidance. The words you need, the wisdom to know what to do, the discernment to understand her heart, they will come. You will be given the strength to step into this role, not as a burden, but as a calling. There's profound power in simply being present. To sit beside someone, to acknowledge their pain without rushing them past it, to say with your presence, "I see you. You are not alone." That is the healing she longs for. That is the gift you can give. So let this moment awaken something in you. Let it remind you that the roles can shift, that the one who has always lifted you may now need you to lift her. Don't wait for her to ask. She may never say the words, but you can be the answer to her silent prayers. The face of betrayal. Sometimes the hardest lessons in life are not the storms we see coming, but the ones that unfold quietly behind our backs. Think about it. How many times have you trusted someone, only to later realize that their smile was only a mask? That their kind words carried a hidden edge? That while they stood close to you in public, in private they whispered against you? That is exactly what has been happening. There are conversations happening in secret, plans unfolding that were never aligned with your good. You have trusted someone who did not deserve that trust. They smiled at you, but those smiles were empty. They stood near you, but their heart was never for you. And worse, they twisted truth, turning what was sacred into something harmful. But listen closely. Those plans will not succeed. What was intended for harm will be turned into your victory. You are safe, covered, and protected in ways you may not even see yet. Even when others scheme, even when their voices rise against you, there is a shield around you that no one can break. This betrayal has a face. It may be a woman who has manipulated, twisted reality, and convinced others of lies. She thought she could remain hidden, that the shadows would protect her, that silence would keep her safe. But nothing hidden stays hidden forever. Every lie has been counted, every word recorded, every intention seen. And now the time for exposure is here. Do not be surprised when the truth begins to unfold. It might come through a confession, an unexpected message, or a slip in someone's story. However it comes, it will be undeniable. And when it happens, remember this: it will be uncomfortable, but it will be necessary. It's natural to feel anger when betrayal is revealed, to feel the urge to strike back, to defend yourself, to prove them wrong. But don't let anger write your story. Don't let revenge take root in your heart. Justice is not yours to carry. It is already being handled. The masks will fall, the lies will unravel, and the truth will speak for itself. So when the moment comes, and it will come, stand firm. Don't be shaken. Don't let bitterness steal your peace. Hold on to the knowledge that you are not abandoned. You are being protected, and this exposure, as painful as it may feel, is the very thing that will clear your path from harm to healing. But this story doesn't end with betrayal. It doesn't stop at loss. What was meant to break you will become the very ground where blessings grow. Your mother's tears have not been wasted. Every prayer she whispered in the quiet, every cry she lifted in secret, they have all been heard. And the answer has already begun. What was meant for harm is being transformed into good. What was taken will be restored. You may feel like things are breaking apart, but in truth, they are falling into place. The doors that close now were never meant for you. The people who leave were never truly with you. The truth being revealed is not just about exposure. It's about clearing space for what is better, stronger, more aligned with who you are becoming. Do not mourn what is being removed. Do not chase after what is leaving. This is not loss, it is pruning. And pruning, though it cuts deep, always leads to growth. A breakthrough is coming, and with it, a shift so significant that you will look back on this moment and see it not as the end of something, but as the beginning of freedom. Where there was confusion, there will be clarity. Where there was pain, there will be healing. Where there was loss, there will be restoration. This isn't just hope, it's a promise. And it's already in motion. So hold on. Stay close in prayer. Trust the timing. The exposure has already begun, and soon everything will be made right. You are not walking this path alone. You are safe, held, and guided. And when you look back, you'll see that even in the darkest moments, you were being led toward the light. This is the story of turning sorrow into strength, betrayal into wisdom, and tears into joy. This is the story of you, stepping into truth, protected and restored, ready to walk forward.